All right, guys, welcome into another edition of Behind the Beat for April 2026. And we're finally diving into a lot of the new music that I've been working on for the last year and a half, 2 years. And from here on out, it's going to be very consistent with my own solo releases. And the first one is Lost Letter, which is a track I just dropped this month. First single from Mural of a Sober Introvert, which is my next instrumental album, and it's coming out in July for early release. It'll be out on all platforms in August, but this is the first single. You can listen to it now on any platform. Uh, this track, I think, is a great first offering because it really embodies the emotional side of what I'm trying to capture with this project. And I'll speak more about the project soon, over the next few months, because I'm going to be breaking down like 3 or 4 songs from this thing. And we got more singles coming too. But yeah, this one pretty much started with a simple guitar. Once I chopped that up and got it going, got the ball rolling, everything else just kind of fell into place exactly how it should be. And so I wanted to put this song out first because it just felt very like the direction that this project is trying to go and trying to convey. So let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time. This guitar itself was a bit of a different sample. I think I kept it in the same key. It's an F sharp minor, and the minor chords obviously invoke a lot of emotion. So I'll play you guys the original first, and then I'll show you the chops that I did from there. It's interesting because these shorter samples, you only are kind of limited to what you can chop. But it's weird. I didn't use this one right here. I like that one a lot, and I actually didn't use that one. So I used these three though, and from there I pretty much did a simple 8 bars. So let's hear that. Simple, but setting this at 89 BPM, it makes you want to kind of nod your head already. So from there, I had to go with some good drums. So finding some good textured drums, ones that I liked because they had a lot of punch to them in the kick and in the low end. And I'll show you guys the EQ. I definitely focused more on that low end right there. You can see the way I EQ'd it. I wanted that punch to come in. So let's hear those drums. We'll play them solo first, and then play them with the main guitar. A lot of punch there though on that kick. So that is obviously with the mastering chain on too. So like I have Fruity Limiter, which is what I use for mastering primarily. Um, but you can tell, it's got a lot of that knock to it, which is great. And then obviously the bass line, which the bass line was for this one was just made to mirror exactly what the main guitar is doing, but provide that bass. So let's hear that first. And then I'll show you exactly how it mirrors the main guitar because it comes on 1 and 2 and 1, 2, nothing crazy, very simple. So let's hear that. Those two, I should say, paired together. That's literally just it, just following those simple rules of music in general. And then adding the drums to that. I forgot to play the drums with the main guitar, but it's okay. We'll play it with the other two elements, and then I'll show you guys that last element. So I thought those all just played beautifully together, played perfectly. And the only other thing I wanted was to have something where the chorus would be. And obviously, those little accents, those little things that make it feel more full. I think this one did it pretty much perfectly. I called it on guard pads, but they have a lot of different textures. There's some white noise texture in it. There's some synth elements. There's, I think, even some vocal elements to it. And I wanted to EQ it in a way where it was focused on making it a little more saturated. So I'll show you. Let me get it muted there. Everything else muted. And then look at this. Look at all the saturation here. Like obviously you turn damp up, you turn decay up. That's going to make it very saturated. So the reverb, wanted to add a lot of reverb, and then the way I EQ'd it, took out the low end and most of the low end, took out majority of the high end, focused all on the mids. Because I honestly think when you have a bass line, I try to focus on the bass line. You know, I don't want the synth pad, whatever, to clash with the bass line. That's something I learned over the years, just how to get better at that. And luckily, this guitar, the main guitar, didn't really have any low end to it. It was mostly mids and highs, so it worked out perfectly. But let's hear this by itself, and then I'll show you guys the full thing. It's crazy because that is that one there. I think I could make even a different beat from that. I could take that part and make a totally different beat out of it if I wanted to, because that has a lot of different ways you could turn it. But for this particular beat, it was just made to support the rest of the track. So let's hear it all together. And what I'll do is I'll play this whole ending chorus, and then I'll play the outro, because I think the way that the song ends is also probably one of my favorite parts, where I just started dropping out elements and kind of let it end on that note. So let's hear it. And then, like I said, this outro, love this outro right here. Love that part. And then, like I said, I left the mastering on for this. So if it's a little compressed, that's only because of the mastering. Not sure if the screen recorder does that or not, but it seems like on the replay, some of them get compressed a little bit. But the important thing is you kind of get the idea of the breakdown, and that is pretty much the track right there. Like I said, it's called Lost Letter, and the title of Lost Letter, I think, just comes from there's not really anything in particular, but to me, it just kind of is like sending messages that never get to anyone, or maybe like a effort on your own part to connect with someone, and then it just doesn't come to fruition. Whether it's good, bad, or somewhere in between, and that's just kind of the feeling that this reminded me of. And like I said at the beginning, I'll explain more about this project, Mural of a Sober Introvert, when the time comes over the next few months. And we'll be breaking down more of these tracks here in May, June, and July, and maybe August. We'll see. But thank you guys as always for watching. Like I said earlier, also, I know I keep saying that. Um, check out this track. Link will be in the description of the video. It's on all platforms. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. And until next time, stay safe, stay positive. We'll see you on the next edition of Behind the Beat. So take care, guys.